This aquarium has a couple bad spots in it. So patch those up and hope for the best here. Start with this spot here. Hoping this works. I've never done this before, so we're going to find out. I don't know what I'm doing. Should I don't. Hopefully. Works and it's a good bond. If not, I guess back to the drawing board we'll go. That spot there, and then we got one other little spot on the other side that we got to do. And I'm probably just gonna do that one. The orientation it's in right here. I'm just gonna hope for the best here. Said I've never had to do this before, so hopefully it works. Looks pretty good. Good enough for me at least. This was a aquarium that had some pets in it. I don't know if it was a gerbil or what it was, but now using it as an actual aquarium. I'm just trying to get the best bead of silicone in here that I can. Let's see. Says it should be good. A couple hours. Of course, I would get it on my floor. Why would it not go on the floor? Just want to get the best little bit of seal that I can on it. Don't have to be perfect. This is aquarium safe silicone I'm using, so it's not bullshit aquarium sealer. appears to look like I got the seal in there pretty good. I guess only time will tell. Excess that I got, I can scrape away, so here it is. There's some silicone in there. Let's put the lid back on this. It's literally the best of my abilities. I mean, it's all the way in the corner, so I don't know what to expect. And of course, I misplaced the lid, which I don't know how I did that. It's a bright ass red lid. But leave it to me to misplace it. How often you clean your tank? Like, what do you mean by clean exactly? I don't know how the hell I misplaced this bright ass red lid, but I did. Ay, caramba. Just need to find the silicone lid that I misplaced so I can put it back on here. And then we're good to go. And we can feed the fish and everybody be happy. I don't know what the hell I did with it. Just have to go steal one off of one of the other tubes now. Alright. There we have it. We put silicone on it. This is the stuff I used. It's aquarium silicone. AC adhesive. Gurus. AG310 is the type I used. Found lid. That's good. Alright. So now that that's done and over with, let's put it back on the shelf so it's out of my way. And that's where it resides at. One of the sides was quite nicer than the other. I don't remember which. So that's the side I definitely want in the front. So this way. That's where we'll put it up. goes just like that. Spacing on both sides. And we'll let that cure for 24 hours or so, it says. Not too worried about mild imperfections or any of that such sort. Who's going to have imperfections and things that we make or do. That, and we'll see what happens, and then we'll fill it up and hope that it holds water. I think it's going to hold water just fine. All the other seals look good on it, so we'll find out. Alright, let's see here. Good morning, Rafa. Awesome Oscars. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Just built this yesterday, so just trying to get it set up. I have to order a lid for this aquarium. I just scrubbed the crap out of it. There was a reptile in here from what I understand, and from the looks of it and the smell of it. So I did what it said to do online. I scrubbed it down with vinegar and hot water. I dried it off, and then I sprayed vinegar with no water on the inside of it, on all the seals, let it sit for a couple minutes, scrubbed all the seals down, scrubbed the glass down again, and then rinsed it off with hot water again. So hopefully there's nothing left from what was in there. Thank you. So I think later tonight is when we're going to start the other tank wall. So I have a clean canvas over here to start with. It's my blank canvas. We can do some measuring while on this wall and see what we can fit, because I really would like to fit 4 high of 20-gallon longs. So good, Hollow Purple. How are you doing? Hopefully all is well with you. But here's our clean canvas for the new tank wall. So we tore the other wall down, and now we got to put this one up, and it's going to be a heck of a project. Hopefully everything goes well. Oscars are doing good. Super excited about this build. I have to go pick up the other aquariums that I ordered. So since I put these guys down here, they've been doing pretty good. No deaths yet. I feel it was a pretty tragic move for these guys, because I lowered their water down to like nothing, and then had to move the tank over here out of the way to tear the wall down. And then after the wall was built, of course I filled the tank back up, and then after the wall was built, I emptied it out again, poor guys, and put it on the wall and then filled it back up. So everybody seems to be doing okay so far. They all look healthy. Thanks, Rafa. I appreciate it. I really do. Thanks for the thumbs up. Where did you order the fish tank? From Petco. They do the 50% off deals, so I got 4 tanks, and I'd like to get 2 more because I do have 2 already, but I think I'm going to end up getting 4 more if I can fit 8 on that wall, just to make them all the same exact type. Yeah, you can't beat it. 20-gallon long for $35 plus tax. Really can't beat that deal. So These guys seem to be staying pretty happy. I need to go get them some food today. They need more food. And according to them, they have their own brand now, so their new brand tanks, the glass is a little thicker than, say, your Aquarium tank or the other brand tanks that are out there, and it's a little bit more heavy-duty glass. So all in all, it's supposed to be a better tank. We'll see. And I get to have the fun of trying to drill a tank. Maybe I can do that in this video. I don't know yet. I don't think I'm going to be on too long tonight. I'm tired. It's been a long week. I worked today, so let's go do our rounds and check on everything, I guess. So I have the tanks that were left over on the tank wall on my damn counter right now. That really sucks. I'm not a big fan of it taking up the space in there at the moment. Let's see here. Let's get the tablet out so I can turn my lights on. And let's check and see. We have some baby fry in the tank. One of the tanks of the green dragons. So that's what we need to kind of check on. Let's see how the fry is doing. And we can turn the other room on too. Alright, there we go. I got everything on. I need something to drink. So let's have some tea here. Got the blue polar parrots. Can't wait to put them in a 20-gallon tank. I think I'm going to put the blue polar parrots, honestly, in a 20-gallon long tank. And I think we're going to put the 20-gallon long tank on top above the 40-gallon breeders. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to get these guys to breed the albinos. They're being stubborn as all hell. I'm sure as soon as I move these guys into a little bit larger of a tank, they'll breed. Let's see here. These guys are just chilling all over the place. L519s. They're almost breeding mature age. The new species. These guys are really interesting looking. This is a green dragon tank. There's no fanning going on, so there's no eggs in there for sure. I don't think the female's quite ready to lay eggs yet. Got our long fin commons, which I'm sure are going to be super happy and breed once they get in a bigger tank. They'd probably breed if I put a cave in there. These are my commons. There's one in the back right there, and there's one in the cave. And then let's check on all our fry we got in here. There is a ton of fry in this cave. Look at that, guys. So hopefully all these make it. I'm waiting. I'm probably going to let them keep this tank as a grow tank for them and pull mom and dad out and put them in a different tank. But there's just so much fry up there, guys. Look at all them guys up there. Holy cow. I'm guessing at least 50 fry in there. Just a couple that you see in that bottom left corner there's 5 in the bottom left corner alone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're just waiting for them to consume their sacks. And once their sacks are gone, we'll be able to pull mom and dad out. Yeah, I feel blessed with these guys. That's a lot of green dragons, so I'm just really hoping they do good. There's so many in there. Hopefully they don't get eaten. Let's leave that guy alone. Mom's right here. Bred, I don't know. I kind of want to keep them in a tank. Just try to get them to keep breeding, because that's what I did with these guys here. And male and female, there's the male right there. The female's on the back. And these guys breed at least once a month, so it's kind of hard to separate something that's working. But I'm trying to break down some of these 10-gallon tanks and give them more space. And then I figure if I put them in 20-gallon longs, I can actually possibly leave the fry in there, or I'll be able to put just a tank in there with them to get the fry separated. So, let's see, we'll get one more look at the fry in here. Look at all them guys up there. So many of them in the back. Really wish this guy right here would breed. That's a green dragon. Thanks, Rafa, I appreciate you. But I don't think anybody's mature enough, so we'll see. But the green dragons, I was thinking about putting all my green dragons I have into one of the 40-gallon breeder tanks. That's on the wall over there. And then I have a bunch of Snow Whites, and I'm thinking about putting them also in a 40-gallon breeder tank. So that's kind of the gamble I'm waiting to see. And then everything else goes in 20-gallon longs, which I believe is adequate enough for breeding purposes. And I feel they'll have enough room to free roam around and whatnot. I really can't believe I can't get these guys to breed. They're definitely capable of it, and I have 2 males and 2 females in here. I thought about pulling one of the males out. But I don't know. Like I said, I know these polar parrots will breed. These guys have bred before, and then I put them in here, and they tried breeding one time, and I think they just know better. There's too much going on in here, so I think once they also have a bigger tank that I can get them to breed again. I don't know what's the males and what's the females. I'm guessing that that's a male right there because how big he is. He's freaking huge. I really like these guys. They always look like they're happy, and they always look like they're smiling. So we shall see. So let's go to the other room. See what's going on in there, and kind of pray and hope that we have some fry in one of our caves. The males are hanging out outside the cave right now. I wish they would trap a female in there real bad. These are the Snow Whites. There's a total of 8 of them in here. And these are also Snow Whites in here. Just waiting for them to get to mature breeding size, so we can hopefully get these guys also to breed. And then we got our honeycomb bristle noses in here. Got some that they only had babies one time. I'm trying to fix that. These are the other green dragons down here. He's waiting outside to trap a female in there. He's not fanning or nothing, so there's no eggs in there right now. I wish. Because that'd be cool if this green dragon tank also popped off. Let's see here. How many green dragons I have in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I believe there's about 8 in here. So I feel if I put 10 in a tank, which would be 3 males and 7 females and a bunch of caves, I think that I can have some good odds with breeding. The other thing that could be an issue is the female could fight with the male and try to get in the cave and eat the eggs, because that's what they like to do as well. So love my green dragons. There's another male right here. Sneak him on here. He's got some really nice bristles on his face. I have a nice selection of green dragon male and females. I just need to get them to keep breeding. I don't know what that guy is. He's hard to get the focus on because he's behind the bubbler right now. I think these guys cleaned up their food not too long ago, so I don't want to overdo it. I gotta vacuum this tank out. There's so much shit in here. It's on today's list of things to do is vacuum the tanks out. Might have overfed just a little bit, but that's alright. And then I don't know if that one on the right there is a male or a female. I'm hoping it's a female because the females sometimes will get a full lip like that of bristles on them. Get a fish farm next to your home. That'd be pretty cool. These males, I need to trap some females in here. They seem to take a liking to these terracotta planter spikes more than anything. Would be really nice to be able to get rid of these guys or be able to put a pair of breeders breeding in bristle noses in here, but I don't know how well they'll do in here. I don't know if they'll breed or they'll be too paranoid, because they say that when they see other fish around out in the swimming, they feel more safe and secure to actually breed. But I just don't know how well these guys will handle it. I don't know if they'll attack them or try to attack eggs or what'll happen, so I've not made that move yet. Super red, my female. Exactly for her. I thought about just to get some breeding done to put her in with green dragon or something else, and maybe try to get some calicos or something like that. Would be nice. These guys are all hiding. There's one behind the heater too. My other big female. Got 2 big females and 1 male in here. A lot of little guys in here that still got some growing to do. I feel this tank's pretty good. for what it is. These guys, I don't know what's up with him. He's got some kind of something going on still. It's not getting any better. I don't think he's contagious, but I've been trying so hard to get that to go away, and it's just not. I don't think it's gotten any worse. Do need to do a decent water change in this tank and add more chemicals in here to hopefully clear him up. Like I said, I don't know exactly what he's got going on. Something, but there's the Melafix and Pimafix right behind him. And these angelfish, I wish I could get them out of here. It's really driving me nuts. Seems like a waste of a tank. Soon enough I'll have enough tanks to actually organize some stuff out, so it'll all work out. I've thought about putting a couple of bigger ones in with the other angelfish out there, but I don't really want the other angelfish in the 40 gallon, so I really want to put bristlenose in the 40 gallon. And until I put some fish in the other 40 gallon tank, I'm going to be super paranoid, because like I said, there were some reptiles in that tank or something, or hamster or something like that, and until I have something thriving in there for a while and run a couple water cycles through that tank, I don't think I want to put anything precious in there yet. And I've honestly debated on trying to find another 40 gallon breeder tank, which can be hard to do and expensive, and sell that one to somebody that has reptiles. So there's a couple options to try to do. I think this weekend there is another L519 honeycomb back here that's mature, and he's hiding back there. I don't want to mess with him, but the guy that I got him from supposedly has a female that was supposed to be a female, and that's what's in this tank over here. It's the L519s. It's gonna hide from us, but they just have a really beautiful pattern on them. That's my male. My female is hiding under here. It's hard to see, but here, check this out. We can go with this. We got under view here. There's my female. There's my male. Right there. Where everybody else is at. There's a lot more in this tank than that. They all hide pretty well when the light comes out. There's some on the back side of the sponge filter back there hiding pretty good. You can see a little poop trail one's dragging around. Kind of sucks they hide, but it is what it is. Airline always pops off in here. It's annoying as shit, honestly. Let's check on this tank and see how everybody's doing in here. These are the new albinos that I got. I just don't know when they grow up what's going to happen, what they're going to be able to produce. I got blue-eyed lemons that need to go in their own 20-gallon long tank, and I'd like to get at least 3 to 4 more blue-eyed lemons to put with them that are about the same size. But I think I'm gonna go with Addie and try to get rid of some of these commons that I have in here. I haven't raised any of my commons yet, which would be nice. But when I bought these because I really like the pattern on them. I think they're really nice, and they're from a mixed, they have mixed genes in them though. They're not regular albinos. There's one in here that's like so yellow. I think he's in the back right there. He's like a yellowish reddish color. So it's going to be interesting when I grow those guys up. I have 15 of those in here. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I kind of really want to grow up these commons that I have in here though the rest of the way and see what I can breed with them. So I do have a couple of beefy guys in here. So I think I'm going to leave this tank be and let these guys grow. And we got some really little guys in here that came from the last batch of albinos. And those might actually be some nice true albinos. I counted at least 5 or 6 of them in here. Let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4. And I know there's one more at least somewhere. I've seen him a couple times. Up there's 5. That guy's got some darkness to him. He's like a mix of albino and common. It's hard to get the focus on the smaller guys. So found the 5 of them. I don't see any more. There was some guys in here that had a kind of a reddish tint to them. Reddish pinkish tint, but it's kind of changed. That's one of them right there. So yeah, I think I'm gonna grow a lot of these guys up and see what we end up with. There's another one with that's kind of got the orangish reddish to them in the back glass. Tank's been doing okay lately. I haven't, in the past week or two, I don't think I've pulled a dead one out of here, so that's always good. Got our heaters, 2 of them. I got 2 more on the way. That's what the contributions go to, so oops, didn't mean to do that, but yeah, that's nice. Oopsie daisies. Guess we could potentially put one of these heaters in. Not sure. This is what I got, the high tongs. And I really want to put one in with the Snow Whites in both Snow White tanks. So that might be something that we do right now. Need to rinse them off, so I need to put one in this tank and get rid of that heater so we don't have any failures. And then I'm just going to put them in my more expensive Bristlenose tanks as I buy them. And we need to put one in this Snow White tank. And then the next tank, Honeycomb tank. And then I think the Super Reds. and then we got to order some more. So need to sell some of the other tanks or something to try to get a little more coin coming in. So I guess we can rinse these heaters off just to make sure there's nothing on them. Tape smells crazy weird. Of course, they put a nice ass load of tape on here. There we go. Heaters are $30 a piece, so hopefully we don't have no problems with them. The other ones I have are for the 40-gallon breeders. They're bigger ones. Alright, let's go rinse these off. Let's get them in our Snow White tanks. Keep from any failures happening in there. Make sure there's no contaminants from the manufacturer on them. That's why we're going to rinse them off. Scrubbing that 40-gallon breeder in here. Just a swift rinse off will do some good. Take the tie off. It. The other tile. Yep. This is what some of the contributions from you guys went to. And the other one was the terracotta planters, but I have to send those back. I'm taking those back today too. I got a little bit of a list of things to do today. And then hopefully later tonight we can start building the new wall. So basically I gotta take the terracotta planters back. I gotta take a couple things back to Home Depot. I have to go pick up the tanks that I ordered from the pet store. I did in-home delivery. So I got 20-gallon tanks coming. That should do it. I'll trust that. I don't know, it's better. Shake them around in the water a little bit. There's one. Rinse this one off. Just make sure there's no factory residue on there. Let's go put these in the tank. Do need to hang them up, so we need the screw gun. It's out here. I can't wait, guys. We got this big blank canvas over here. So let's get the tripod. We need the tripod. Let's take the tripod in there. I don't know why this thing does this sometimes. It just does not want to. Alright. other step is we need to mount the controllers, and I think I'm just going to mount it to the right, or what do you guys think? Right, center? Where should I mount the controller at? I think we're going to mount it to the right. That's where I want to put it at. Let's see here. It's going to be a little bit of an angle here if I do it there. So what if I put them here on the side? That way when I look in the room I can see all the heater temps. If I put them here. I think I might do that. I'm going to put them all the way up like this on the side. I mean, I can always move them if I don't really care for this too much. I think we'll put them all the way up to the side like that. I need some shorter screws, so I'm not going to screw the screws all the way in. So it will go through all the way. So there's that step done. Now let's get it in the tank. And then we'll plug it in and take the old heater out. And I do like my heaters kind of like a couple inches off from the side. Try to put most of them in there about the same. I'll put them in. So, let's see here. Power cord one way. Do it. It's a pretty long cord. I don't know where the power strip's at. This has to go. I think it's all the way over there. So hopefully the cord reaches, since I decided to put it on this side. And then here's our heater cord right here. So we gotta run it underneath the light strip, underneath this power cord adapter, on the back, like this. A bunch of cord we gotta bunch back up, so just drop it on YouTube like that. And get it back. I like it about right there. That's where I like them at. Now that we did that, let's unplug the other one before we plug our new one in. Yeah, the power cord does run all the way over here. Hopefully this cord's long enough from where I mounted it at. Might be, might not be. We'll see. Plugs undone. And we got another heater gone. Yay. Fuck these heaters. Let's sell 3 of these heaters basically to buy one of those. I don't think that plug's gonna reach. Which sucks. I think I have either collar strips that have an opening in them. 3 heaters from over here, a mat plug, and then all 6 heaters from over here are dispersed through a couple of plugs. So that kind of messes some shit up a little bit. And that's definitely not going to reach all the way over there. There's no freaking way. It might. I don't think it's going to. Oop. Sure is hell not. So, that means that I cannot mount that there. It has to go on the back, on the top, I guess. It sucks. I really don't want it there. But I'm going to do for now until I get this wall done up the rest of the way I want it to be. So this to the back it goes. Just so the power cord will reach. Now I gotta have all of this under the light strip, under the power strip, on this, just like that. Try not to get towards the water. Alright, there we go. Set the power cord there for now. And let's try this again. Wasn't really liking how that was. Maybe, it's not gonna work either. Guess I'll just put it dead center for now. Just really like being able to see my temps easy, that's all. There we go. Alright, that's better. Slide our lid back. Get our cord out. Let's bunch up the remaining cord. This. Secure it off. Twist tie that we put in the pocket. A little cleaner, a little nicer. So, I could just kind of hang out right there like that, and that's good. That's good for me, I like that. Just like that. Now let's plug our plug in. It should light up really good. I remember when I used to live in. Alright, let's see here. Welcome everyone. Oh, 3311, how you doing? Thanks so much for that shout out. Appreciate it. It means a lot. Every time you do that, it means a lot to me. Every time you come in here and do that. We have power, and up in there at 74, it's set at 82, and set it at 76. Oops. I don't know if it's at Fahrenheit or Celsius. Pretty sure it's at Fahrenheit. Yeah, it is. That's 76. Yeah. So we got that heater set up. There's one. Let's get the other one set up now. That He's going to go over here above this tank. And I don't know when the other ones are supposed to come. I think Monday. I have 2 more coming. Like I said, we're just going to slowly replace them with in the more precious cargo tanks for now. That's where we need them to go. So we don't lose our expensive fish. This can go there. This is going to go in the center up here. I mean, I don't really care for how this is, but I mean, it doesn't look bad. You could always zip tie the wires together where they come straight down, and it'd be a little better for me. For me. Send it right there. There we go. Pop the heater in. Slide the glass forward. Get a hand in there. I'm going to put it in the same spot. Like I said, I like them off to the side, to the left of the tank. That's where I put them all at. All right here. And let's see, the plug for this one is down below. Just gonna strap the cord down. Let's get the other heater out. And non-trustworthy heaters. Those little things. Should be that one right here. Plug undone. Just get the hell out of here. There's another heater for sale. Probably sell them for at least $12 a piece. Figure that's fair. Paid $17 for them, so. Alright. New cord drop down. Let's go behind there like that. Plugged in, and let's do the same thing. Let's use twist tie, get the wire all twisted up nicely. Should be able to get away with the same exact setup if they wrap all the wires the same as they do, so that's nice. This one the same. 76. It's already at 76, so it's perfect. Boom. So we are already at our set temperature on that one. There's our new heaters. In nicely. There's one less thing that we have to kind of worry about here. So I trust the high tone heaters. So I've got 2 more coming. Like I said, I think they're going to go in the honeycomb tank and the green dragon tank. I think that's where I'm going to trust them at. But the green dragons are going to be coming out anyways. We're going in 40-gallon breeder. Alright, let's see what we just did here. This crap out of here. Put that stuff on my tanks. Alright, so our 2 expensive tanks have the new heaters on them now. So we got one there, one here. So that's pretty much how all these tanks are eventually going to look. We got our nice fancy airline drops. I hope they trap a female in. We need to really trap some females in these caves, guys. It's going to be super annoying waiting for these snow whites to breed. Hope it happens soon. It's almost worth putting all the green dragons I have in one tank. I got 3 tanks of green dragons right now, so I definitely put the green dragons in a 40-gallon breeder. Everything else is smaller quantities, so it should be fine in the 20-gallon longs. And then I think I'm going to use some of the 10-gallon tanks for the fry. For fry grow tanks, just to get them up to 1.5 inches, because that's the overall goal, is to sell the fry. So I shouldn't need them in a tank larger than that. Really wish these guys would trap some females in here. I think I'm going to pull one cave out of here, and I'm going to introduce it into a tank with the long fin commons. I think that's the route we're going to go here. I haven't seen anybody in this cave at all, so we're going to pull this cave out of here. We're going to put it in there with our commons, long fins. So let's go do that. guys are in the tank down here. Here they are. So let's introduce a cave into their tank. Watch, they're going to be upgraded soon. So this cave just seems so big for them. Hopefully they'll utilize that. Trying to remember with the green dragon tank over here, if I only have one male and one female in here, if I have two females and one male in here. Let's find out. Nothing there. There's another female right there, so I do have one male, two females in here. Alright, that answers that question. So I don't know who the mom is, but really want to put them in the 40-gallon breeder over there. Super bad. Just think them caves are too big for some of my fish, you guys. I really do. I don't see them being able to trap a female inside, the male being able to trap a female inside there. I just don't think their fins will spread out enough to lock in there like some of the bigger bristlenose that I have. This heater game's what's really got me messed up right now, you guys. All these heaters work, so there's 8 of them here. So I can get, let's see, if I get rid of these, I can get 3 more heaters from these 8 heaters. That's kind of where we're at with the heater game right now. The ones that we're replacing with are pretty expensive. And I'm not trying to price gouge, you know, for some used heaters. So I feel 12 bucks a piece is pretty fair price to sell them for. So 2 of these won't even completely buy one new one. It's kind of where we're stuck at. It's really shitty. Oh, look, we got a long fin in there. I didn't see who went in. Was it a male or a female that went in the cave? Looks like a female. It'd be nice if a male just swooped right up and trapped her in there. I don't think the angelfish will allow bristlenoses to breed. I think they'll pester them and bully them and such. Yeah, Ava, I remember you. Hopefully everything's been going well with you. Welcome back. You're the youngin'. I remember you. A lot has changed. I don't know if you remember last time you were in how my setup was. I had a lot changed. I'm still changing stuff and working and growing. So, all of the tank. Remember the wall that was over here? I tore it down. We're gonna rebuild it. So, there's that new wall right there that you haven't seen yet. And all these tanks right here are temporarily over here until I get my other tanks and the new wall built, because a lot of these are going to be combined. So I got a bunch of 20-gallon longs coming, and so all these guys, instead of being in 10-gallon tanks, are going to go in 20-gallon long tank. And it's nice that I have this water circulating right now, because I'm going to use the sponge filters from these and the water that's in these tanks. I'm going to transfer it straight into the other tank, so it'll be like a 50% water change happened. Good. Get the baby back today, and I get Addie today, so everything's going alright. Really need to get that other tank wall built, you guys. I want these guys off my dang kitchen counter. I built these cupboards good though. Look at that. Open and close nicely still. With all the weight on there, and there's quite a bit of weight on there. Alright. Gotta get a lid for this tank. I guess I could stick the heater and the filter in here. As you guys see, I got the high tongs over here. Told you guys that's what I run. And always the same spot right here. That's where I like them to go. Just like that. Boom. Heater. So that's how that's going to go. And then we have our sponge filter over here. It's going to go on there as well. Oh, good. 40 subscribers. Good. You're on your way. You're growing. Good job. Let's see, that looks about center right there. So let's push that on there. See if we get this to stay. Can be kind of difficult to get these to stay up on there. Sometimes no water in there, but I think I got it. There, and that's where a sponge filter is going to go, just like that. So we got sponge filter on here. And I like that these tanks are going to match. So other than airline and some water, once the silicone dries, it says about 2 hours it should be good to touch. And I forgot what corner. I put some in this corner here. I repaired a spot down here. Kind of see where my line's at. I repaired that corner. And I believe I did this front corner. I did from here to here. I replaced that strip on the inside. So it should be good to go. Front glass on this tank looks okay. But yeah, there was some kind of animal in here. There's chew marks there, and that's why I replaced the silicone. There was a couple of chew spots, like chew marks back here. I think we're golden now, though. I don't see any other like really damaged spots that jeopardize anything at all. So we're just gonna run it. We're gonna hope we fill it up and it doesn't leak. I'm going to post something real quick here back. Alright. And I don't know what I'm doing up here yet. I might keep these up here, or I'm going to put a 20-gallon long up top. What do you guys think? Still in the air. So zoomed in here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Still zoomed in. It's keeping me pretty well zoomed in. Had to make a face. I tried flipping the camera around to get it to reset. Dang, a couple people left. They don't like my mean mug. Alright, I did something today. I scrubbed the crap out of this tank. We got it in there. Got the silicone on it and some of the spots that seem messed up. So, I feel accomplished somewhat today. Gonna take some measurements and we're gonna figure out what we can put on this wall here. That's our next approach. Let's figure out how many 20-gallon long tanks we can put on this wall. I think I'm gonna end up with 6, sadly, on this wall. If I can get away with 8, that's the ideal. Is 8 20-gallon longs. It's pretty much gonna be, 20-gallon longs, 20-gallon longs, and then we're gonna do a strip of 10 gallons in between them, because that's what I have the width for over here. So hopefully we can do 8 20-gallon longs and 4 10-gallon tanks. So that's 4 shelves, 3 tanks per shelf, 2 20 gallons per shelf, and 1 10-gallon per shelf in the middle. And if I can get away with that, that wall is going to look amazing. So that's our goal. It's 1000% our goal. And we'll have how many 20-gallon longs? 17 20-gallon longs in the house. 2 40-gallon breeders, a 220, a 125, and sounds like 8 10-gallon tanks possibly. But I think I'm going to put a 20-gallon long up here. This whole wall is going to be bristle noses. I'm going to put my prized bristle noses in here. I need to do something with these angelfish. Just don't know what to do with them. I do like the angelfish, it's just I really don't have nowhere to put the damn things. Let's see, let's do some research real quick. Research time. Keeps going on YouTube videos even though it's 11-second edit. That's weird. So happy I got this freaking tank set up. I just gotta wait for the silicone to dry for 24 hours before I put water in there. That is painful to sit there and wait for. I'll tell you what, guys. Super painful to sit there and wait when I got a tank that's ready to do some stuff I need to do. Let's ask Google some things. Can I put breeding bristlenose plecos with angelfish?
Yes, you can keep breeding bristlenose plecos with angelfish, because they usually stay in different areas of the tank and get along. However, the plecos might eat the angelfish eggs, and the angelfish could eat the pleco babies. So you might want to separate them, or give them lots of places to hide.
Okay. Alright. So that's definitely a thing. It's definitely a thing. So, let's see if Grammies can go. Can I keep Grammies with my breeding bristlenose plecos?
You can usually keep gouramis with breeding bristlenose plecos because they live in different areas of the tank. However, be aware that gouramis might eat the pleco fry, and the plecos can be aggressive, especially when protecting their eggs.
Alright, so this tank can remain how it is, and in theory, I should be able to add my bristlenose to this tank. Because I plan on pulling the fry out anyways before they leave the cave. So, that being said, I can start adding my bristlenose from the countertop in here tomorrow. That makes me super, 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 super happy, guys. Like, really freaking happy. Because I'm not worried about the angelfish breeding, and I'm not worried about the Grammies breeding. And I can eliminate 2 of the 10-gallon tanks over there by putting my bristlenose in here. And the angelfish do mostly stay on the top unless they're eating. And I think that I got better odds of the bristlenose doing good in here. So I'm going to put the green dragons in with them. Bristlenose plecos will stay low, and the angelfish and grammies stay high. And that'll allow me to keep my angelfish, because they are getting pretty big. That guy in the back right there, he's pretty big. And then the other angelfish, I guess I'll put in here with the other bristlenoses. So then I'll have my angelfish and my bristlenose on this wall. It's just the fact that I have to see if this tank is going to be good enough or not. I don't see why it wouldn't hold water. I checked all the seals. All the seals look good. Oh, this is frustrating, guys. Super frustrating. Trying to organize tanks. So once this silicone on this tank and the couple of patch spots I did cures, we'll fill this tank up, and I'll put something in here for testing. I don't know what, because I don't want to put my little angelfish in there quite yet. And I definitely don't want to put my plecos in there, because if there is any kind of urine left over from the critters that were in here, it can contaminate the water. And I mean, I rinse the crap and scrub the crap out of this tank, so it should be, in theory, good. It's just nerve-wracking as hell. Find out. I might throw the other angels in here. I really might. And like I said, got better odds possibly of the bristlenose breeding from what I've read online, because they see the other fish are out and doing stuff, and it makes them a little less worried. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna get off here for now. I'll be back on later, so see you guys then.